start, I know this is like my second time with this, but like I'm doing a gun today. I just wanted to show you this. This is what I have been working on. Don't mind my tan, it's pretty ugly. Oh, skirt. My hand goes skirt. I've been working on this because I thought it was cool, but I messed up somewhere and it looks disgusting. Disgusting. But yeah, today's gun. Oh my god. Just dropped my phone. Yeah, my desk is a mess. Shut up. Oh, say hi to my hot cho-cho. Teehee. Yay. How to cure sleep deprivation when the mug says sleepy. Anyways, yeah. I guess we can leave it at pretty colors. I guess I could do that. I did some backtracking for Gone, and I'm gonna get right into it because I don't have anything other than that I want to show you at the end because I wanted to know your opinion on it, and I need insight if you guys like it or not because it's pretty in my opinion, but I don't know. Anyways, I've been rambling. Sorry. Here we go. After you guys get off the ship that's taking you to the hunter exam, you, Gon, Laorio, and Kurapika decide to all stick together. Although Kurapika does not look too happy about it, you make him tag along anyways. Oh, so sorry for the background noise. My sister's being weird downstairs. I just heard the stool. We have metal stools. I just heard one clash against the wood. I have no idea what the fuck is happening. You guys head to the big, tall spruce tree up at the top. And on the way, you guys are walking and you run into a deserted town. All of a sudden, you see an old lady with a bunch of masked men surrounding them. You don't know what to do, and she asked you to answer a quiz. Oh, sorry. And none of you are really good at quizzes, to be honest, so you girls get scared. And a boy behind you says, if you're not going to answer, then I'll go. You let him go in front of you to see what the questions are like, and you're shocked when you find out what the questions are like. Gon has a confused look on his face because he didn't even get it. He didn't understand what she was asking. Neither did Kurapika or Laorio. So it's finally your guys' turn, and you, Laorio steps up to the plate. You have an even more worried look on your face now, and Laorio looks at you and smiles and says, it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? You look at Kurapika, who then looks at you, then everybody looks at Gon. And then Gon looks back, and you all have disbelieving looks on your face, but you decide to go with it. After Laorio answers a question with just silence, he gets mad, and didn't realize he got the answer correct. The question was, if you could only save one, would you save your son or your daughter? Laorio obviously couldn't choose because he's too much of a good-hearted person, and who could? They're both yours, and parents aren't supposed to have favorites. Or are we kidding? So Laorio got really mad at the lady's question. Apparently it might have been a touchy subject. And so, hold on, I'm gonna try and angle my camera better. Hold on. I don't like my life because I don't find good things in my life. And then he's about to hit the old woman with a wooden stake, and all of a sudden Kurapika steps in front of him and says, Laorio, calm down. You got it right. The answer was silence. Laorio then apologizes to the old woman, and you guys advance. You guys make it to the top. By the way, I don't remember this part because it's been a while since I've seen this part. But believe me, I haven't stopped watching Hunter x Hunter other than the fact that I got to the dub parts because I'm on Hulu. Also, I'm gonna take a drink of my hot chocolate real quick. Ciao. Anyways, so you make it to the top of the mountain, and two people are screaming for help. They looked like two Native Americans, or at least that's how they were dressed. Two yellow monsters with giant claws go out the window. Laorio tends to the injured man while the woman is being taken by one of the monsters. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, I was like rechecking my knowledge. Sorry. Oopsies. Gon and Kurapika chase after the monster and the woman. There was only one monster in sight, but as Gon was chasing, he realized there was a second one at one point. Gon reached a cliff after jumping through a tree and making the thing drop the woman. Honestly, Kurapika thought it was reckless, but it worked, and Kurapika was underneath to grab her. Kurapika noticed something off about her tattoos and immediately knew what was going on. Tried to call out to Gon, but he was long gone. And I may make a part 3 to this today because I just feel like keep on going because I've had a rough day. Or I'm just gonna make this super long. Teehee. Super long of me talking and interrupting. I'm so sorry about this, actually. Ugh. When Gon reaches the cliff at the end of the mountain, another yellow monster pops up behind him. He tries to sound intimidating, but miserably fails. Gon looks at him and asks, "Who are you?" And he says, "I'm the monster you were chasing." Gon looks him dead in the eye, with that one expression on his face that he always had, that you loved and hated, and just said, "No, you're not. You're different." The yellow monster looked at him shocked, but clapped, because he was right. There was no way to tell them apart, but he did it. The monster was shocked, confused, but overall proud. After they all made it back to the front of the house, oh, by the way, you went with Gon, and you held the monster down and to make sure it didn't run off with Gon. And he was impressed with your strength. I forgot you existed for a hot minute. But yeah. I forgot my own character existed. Life is wonderful. You never know the answer. I'm sorry. Ugh. He looks at Lyria first and says, "You didn't know what to do in the heat of the situation, but you didn't do much physical activity. But you tended right to my wounds and did a very good job of cleaning me up and patching me up, and you were the first one to notice that something was off. Because my wounds were all fake. But you still tended to me like I was really injured. I'm proud of you for that." Sorry, my sister's walking upstairs. I'm scared. Okay, we're good. Kurapika. The little woman next to the man said, "Kurapika, you noticed immediately when you saw my tattoos that I was not a native woman. And you tried to call out to your friend to tell him, but he was long gone, which I found hilarious. Anyways, you did a good job of rescuing me, and that was a very nice catch. You kept me safe and made sure to check the perimeter while keeping me in check the whole time. Congratulations, you're going to the hunter exam." The two twin monsters then look at you and say, "You two were able to tell that we were not the same person, which we've never seen anybody do." And me and Gon looked at each other scared because we didn't know where we were going to end up. But they look at each other and smile and say, "You two are going to the hunter exam." Because the boy had excellent senses and the girl had excellent strength and senses. Congratulations, all of you. We'll lead you to the way. They lead you towards a city, and they lead you in front of a building. You guys look it up and say, "Whoa, that's a big building." But he ends up taking you into a restaurant instead. He asks for the steak special combo and leads you into the back room. Gon is starving by that time, so he says, "I wonder when the food's gonna get here." You and Kurapika look dumbfounded, like, You give him that look that where you're like, is he stupid? You feel me? Okay, never mind. Just picture his face. Picture, what? What is he, bruh. And you and Kurapika say, I think that was just the code to get in. So, you all sit down, the 4 chairs that are there, and wait. Then all of a sudden you feel it drop. You get scared because the sudden impact, but only for a split second, so nobody noticed. Well, other than Gon, because he always notices. And after that, you all realize that it was an elevator. You were slowly dropping, and after you reached the 100th floor, it opens to a dark green room with only green lights, and it didn't seem to provide much light, but once our eyes adjusted, then it was pretty much fine. So you didn't get scared, because I'm scared of the dark, so now you're going to be scared of the dark with me. You're going to feel my pain. Some guy comes up from behind you and says, "Welcome down, fellas." And you say, "Is it so hard to tell a person's gender when they have their hair up in a ponytail and you're looking from them behind? Are you blind?" He looks at you with an apologetic look on his face and says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to. Normally we only get guys. There's only 2 girls here." Huh. Wow. You looked at him with that look that says, "Bitch, please." Bitch, please. And you don't really trust this guy. You did your research on tons of people, and this is Tompa. But you decide to brush it off. He offers you drinks, and you don't even touch it. You say no thank you, so Gon follows. He trusts your instincts, so he said no thank you. You then sniff the air and swatted immediately away from Leorio and Kurapika. He asks you what happened, and you say it's poisoned. There's something in it that will make us sick for the rest of the time here, so we can't go. He looks at you like he's just seen a ghost, and you say, "Sorry, but my sense of smell is too great for that. Half the time I have to sniff out a whale just by where it's been, by its bubbles, aka where its air hole, where its blowhole is. Not fun, but to be honest, it quite heightens your senses. So helpful in the real world, to be honest. I can sniff out where somebody's been for 15 miles. Useful in my opinion, strange to others." He looks at you with a disappointed look on his face and said, "Maybe I'll get you next time. Hopefully." You look at him and give him a very quick scold, and then he walks off, scared. You are very, very strong, because you've pulled a whale out of the water on your own. Your father always wanted you to be strong, and he wanted you to follow in his footsteps and be a hunter. He said I'd like it, so I wanted to make my dad proud. It's all you've ever wanted in life, so you decided to go along with it. You never really wanted to, but now that you met Gon and his interest for fishing, you have a different perspective and you love it, so you decide to stick with it. And now you can't stop. Gon's like a person changer. He loves to change the view on the world and see it from a better light. You've never been able to do that. You wish you could. Honestly, then you could see the good in everybody, but you thought it was a good thing that you didn't. Because some people didn't deserve your trust. Like the Tompa guy. Nuh-uh. Not 1 ounce. Not as far as you could throw him, which you didn't want to because you didn't trust him at all. But you could probably throw him the rest of the distance depending on how far it was. If it was like 100 meters, then probably. You doubt it was 100 meters. 100 miles was more like it. Oh, sorry. Jesus. I meant to think that. Oopsies. Anyways, back to the ASMR. My God. Sorry, there was a loud noise outside. I was like, what the fuck? It sounded like a train. I don't live by train tracks. What the hell? Oh, my sister's video. Oh, sorry. You then walk into the crowd and pass a white-haired boy who gives you and Gon mysterious and curious looks, like he wants to get to know you. You brush it off and just keep walking until you reach your destination. And you guys sit down on the pipes up in the front because why not? You sit in the middle of Gon and Kurapika where no one can see you because you're a little shy when it comes to new people. You've never really had a good history with anybody other than Gon and Aunt Mito. Sorry, this one's prettier. Oh God, hold on. Aunt Mito was one of the only people you trusted. I'm gonna take a drink of my chocolate. Aunt Mito, Granny, Gon, and so far Kurapika and Lyario. You were honestly surprised they hadn't turned on you yet, but you knew Gon wouldn't leave you behind for shit. He wouldn't leave you behind for the world, honestly. And that's what you think, and you're gonna stick with it because you don't want to think different. You never wanted to. And honestly, you don't think you'll have to. The door opens and somebody says, I don't remember his name. I'm your first examiner. We need to follow me through this hall. You all start lightly walking through the hall, which ends into a jog and then into a run. You and Gon are happily having a conversation when he asked, hey, wanna play I Spy? You looked at him excited and jumped up far above the crowd, actually. You say, of course I do. You say, I spy with my little eye something red. He looks at you confused and says, there's nothing red in here, silly, but I'll try. He looks around and is dumbfounded. He couldn't find anything. You point over to the same white-haired boy and said, the bottom of his skateboard. Duh. Gon then slaps his face and said, alright, my turn. I spy with my little... Interrupted by Lyario, who's yelling, hey kid, get off your skateboard. That's disrespectful. This is an energy test. This is an endurance test. You actually walk up to stand next to the boy and look over at Lyario and say, no, it's not. With a cold, deadpan expression look on his face, on your face, and said, in a deadpan tone, you say, the examiner only said you had to follow him. Nothing else. They both look at you, all three of them look at you shocked. Kurapika, Lyario, Killua. Sorry, the white-haired boy. But Gon wasn't surprised. He'd seen you like that, so you only get defensive when it comes to protecting other people. Never yourself, though. It's like you were scared of bringing rage on others just because you knew they were right. Quote-unquote right in his eyes. They always said you were ugly and a freak, but to Gon, you were perfect and gorgeous. You clouded his thoughts and he almost stopped running when you yelled, Gon, come here! He snapped out of his thoughts and quickly ran up. Yeah, listener, what'd you need? Nothing. You were just spacing out. Do you want to run with us? Sure. Sure. This is Killua. Hi, my name's Killua Zoldyck. Yeah, he's an assassin. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, definitely. Killua then runs with you for the rest of the time, and you, at the stairs, you guys reach a set of stairs. Killua then says, race you up. Race it up, grass, and whatever you like to be called, because I'm not gonna say anything. No. Oh, my sister just called me. After you guys make it up to the top of the stairs, you all finish at the same time. You all start arguing, but then more of the group start to catch up. And you guys just drop it and say, you'll all just pay equally next time you go out to eat together. You then go and stand by the door to wait, but you end up getting a little scared because everybody was looming over you because you were a girl. And they all looked very scary. You ended up hiding behind Kilo and he asked what happened. Never mind, not Kilo. Oh my god, I just love him so much. You end up hiding behind Gon, who was just a little taller than you, and said, Gon, they're all so tall, and I don't like being short. He then turns around and gives you a hug and says, there's no need to be scared. With me here, there's no need to worry, I promise. I'll never let anybody hurt you or touch you if you're uncomfortable. I promise that. What kind of friend would I be if I didn't? I'm gonna leave it there for now, and if I feel like recording later, then I will. And I probably will, because I'm bored. But yes, also, leave a comment if you want to see Promise Neverland, because I can do Promise Neverland now. I cried. Promise Neverland deserves my tears.